Right, okay guys, welcome to another video. This game, Sam's Journey. I've mentioned this game quite a few times in the past. It's a brand new game. Well, it's been out maybe 6 months. I've been kind of following the progress of the game, and I've watched a few videos, and I've got to say it does look really impressive. Now, the reason I've never played it is because of the price point that they've picked. For a digital download, they're wanting £20. Now, I'm not prepared to pay £20 for a digital download of a Commodore 64 game. I couldn't really give a shit how good it is. You know, when you think of what you can get for £20, there's some stunning games that get released, you know, for free. I understand that people, you know, I understand that guys have got to make a living, but there was no game sold for 20 quid back in the day, and I'm sorry, but I just don't think a Commodore 64 game is worth £20. If you're getting it on tape or cartridge, now I do know that you can get sort of physical copies of this game, which are obviously better value, but you know, I'm not interested in having physical copies of games. If this game was priced at a tenner, I would have bought it, but not £20. Now you're thinking, well, how on earth can you be playing it? And that is down to one person. It's my mate Andy, or AKA Jamie Williamson. Andy's been a long time supporter of my channel. He was one of the first subscribers I ever got. He's a cheeky sod. I keep meaning to bar him actually from the channel, just never got round to it. But Andy very, very generously bought me this. He said it's a Christmas present. But nah, what he said was, you know, he wanted me to have this just as a kind of thank you for you know, making the channel. And I'm not comfortable taking things, you know, for making YouTube. YouTube for me is a hobby, and that's why I don't have Patreon. It just doesn't sit comfortable with me at all. But Andy bought this for me, you know, so I'm hugely grateful to Andy for letting me have this. So this, I've never actually played it. This is the first time I've loaded it. Now unfortunately I can't seem to get it to work with my Ultimate 2 cartridge. I was hoping, it's a CRT cartridge image. I was hoping I could stick it on the Ultimate 2 cartridge and play it on the original Commodore 64, but it comes up with a cartridge header fault or something, invalid, something like that. Now I don't know if there's any way of getting this to run on the Ultimate 2, because I'd like to play it on proper hardware, because when you play it in an emulator, although you know it is a Commodore 64 emulator, because you're playing it in a PC, you tend to think, well, you don't really appreciate what it's doing because it's running on a PC. But when you see like an amazing game, an amazing demo running on a Commodore 64, the original hardware, it just feels, it blows your mind, because you're like, wow, this is actually running on proper hardware. But if anybody knows how to get the cartridge image to work on an Ultimate 2, please let me know. I am going to do a wee Google and see if I can get it working later on. So anyway, enough of my waffling, let's just batter straight on. So apparently you need to use the latest version of WinVice, which I'm doing. So let's get going. So like I said, I've never played this. This is the first time I've loaded the game. So game one. Now Andy did say to me, before you play it, read the instructions, and I've not read the instructions because I don't read instructions, but I do know there's a lot to the game, and it would be a game that's going to benefit from reading the instructions, so I will do that at some point. But for the purpose of getting this video out, I just want to wire straight in. So anyway, I'll be quiet and we can watch this little intro. Here's his computer in the background. Disk drive, I don't know what that thing in the back. Oh, that's his monitor, of course it is. Commodore 64 to me. It's daft. The one thing that's kind of put me off this game, apart from what I've just been speaking about, is the actual character. I'm not a fan of being a wee boy. I would rather they'd picked some sort of animal. I don't know, it just doesn't sit comfortable with me playing the part of a tiny little boy. If that makes any sense. Have I got to pick these clothes up? Immediately. Right, what am I doing? Ah, right, okay, so pressing, hammering the fire button. Or is it just holding the fire button in? Yeah. Pressing the fire button quickly makes them swim to the surface. Now, I don't see any energy going down, so I presume I can quite happily walk about underwater. Ah, right, okay, pressing up jumps, pressing down doesn't do anything. So it's pressing the fire button. There's a door, how can I go through that? Press up now. Ah, there we go. So pressing fire at the moment doesn't seem to do anything. Can I jump up there? Ah! I didn't realise you could go up that. Oh, there we go. I'm presuming I need to try and get to the surface. Ah, another door. Let's go through here. Ah, it's very Super Mario Land-ish. Right, I presume that I can't move up or down, left and right, so I presume I need to just press fire button and go to the first happy grassland. Can I roll that rock? Ah, bollocks! Restart level, yeah. Ah, right. Very good. Can I jump on top of things? Let's give it a go. We'll soon find out. You certainly can. Ah, balls. Very reminiscent of Super Mario Brothers. Or Super Mario Land, I should say. Now I've got to say, the graphics and sound are really, really good. I'm actually hoping that with playing this game I'm going to change my mind on the price point. I just, you know, initially you're like £20. I've never paid £20 for a Commodore 64 game. So here's hoping this game can change my opinion of it. I'm guessing I can pick up. What? Hey! Right, okay, right. Now we're talking, we've got a large sword. Ah, right, okay, holding down the fire button kinda stops you mid-track and you can then scroll to see what there is. I'm guessing that's some sort of restart point maybe. I've got to say, from early impressions, it's pretty damned impressive. I mean, it'd be easy to forget you're playing a Commodore 64 game and think that you're playing a, you know, a SNES game, a console game or something. What's this going to do? A ninja. Very good. I presume the instructions would tell me what each thing actually does. Can I go in here? fact that it's cartridge as well is good because it's obviously going to load instantly. Come on. Jump with it. You certainly can. Let's try and jump through this. Ah, balls! That's going to be tricky. I'm back to normal Sam again. Don't know how I'm going to get over there. Ah, right, okay, if you go off screen. Take that. There we go. Right, how am I going to do this? Like that. Pirate one again, I think, yeah. Down, ah, you certainly can. Over there, no, I can't. I reckon I'm going to die if I fall off the end there. Can we get down here and go across? Can we destroy the bricks maybe? No. I wonder if I can maybe throw that rock to destroy bricks. Maybe? Nope. Alright, we need a key, obviously. Let's go through here. Can we move on to the next level yet? Save game, huh? Very good, you can save game as well. Continue. Right, what's this? The Deep Woods. I've got to say, I'm actually really enjoying this. And I would, I'm probably going to change my opinion of what I've said about this game all along, about not being worth 20 quid. Yeah, 20 quid is a lot of money, absolutely, but you know what? It feels like you're playing a Mario game on the SNES. Not a Commodore 64 game. You can see the amount of effort these guys have put in. So I'm going to change my tune and probably say, yep. You know, it's worth the money. It's easy to, you know, and I was guilty of that. It's easy to sort of just look at what's gone before and say, well, just because I've never paid that before, then, you know, why should I pay it now? It's not worth that money. I suppose when you think about, I mean, we've become spoiled, and not in a good way. When you think of the price point of games now, games are either free or else they're, you know, 99 pence an app, and people think that when they're asked to pay £5 for a game that it's completely overpriced, and that shouldn't be the case. I mean, yeah, this is 20 quid, but you know, when you think we paid £9.99 for Commodore 64 games, I mean, I paid £14 for disc-based games back in the day, and you know, £14 back in 1985 was worth a lot more than £20 now. So is this game worth 20 quid? I would say yes. And you know what? I'm really glad that I've changed my tune. I'd kind of formed an opinion about the game without actually playing it, because I didn't, you know, I wasn't prepared to pay the money to buy it. I thought, nah, I'm not paying that. But thanks to Jamie kindly giving me this as a gift, I am 100% absolutely stand by that. Yep, if you want probably one of the best games in the C64, then go and get it. You can see here just how much care and attention got into this game. Listen, I'm gonna finish this. Thanks, Jamie, for giving me this game, mate. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully this video may make people change their opinion and may make them, you know, go out there and support them, because at the end of the day, you know, I think it's wonderful that there are companies still making, well, I'm saying companies, it's groups of individuals making games for new hardware, for old hardware, and you know, this game you just wouldn't have thought was possible, you know, 30 years ago. And you know, they've done an amazing job. So anyway, thanks again, Jamie. As always, guys, if you want to see, you know, new games getting made for old hardware, go and support these guys. Don't be a plonker like me and form an opinion without actually playing the game. You know, I think this is amazing. I'm looking forward to giving it a proper play. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.